Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a week of easy vegetarian breakfast ideas. They're all healthy, they're all veggie friendly, and as always I've written a full blog post which I'll leave down below, which will have all of the step-by-step instructions and photos and all the quantities, everything you need to make these easy vegetarian breakfast ideas. And make sure to leave a like, subscribe for more videos, and comment to let me know what is your favorite easy vegetarian breakfast idea. Now if you're new to my channel, I recently transitioned into a vegetarian diet and I've been enjoying all kinds of vegetarian inspiration. And if you're a long-time viewer, you may be a little surprised because I've transitioned from a low-carb keto diet. So in the past I've shared all kinds of low-carb keto inspiration on my channel, and now it's all veggie friendly. So if you're after more low carb content, I'll leave some links down below and in the information cards along the way with some low carb inspiration. But today is all about vegetarian and it is not low carb friendly. So let's get straight into it with day number one. I'm starting my week by frying up 3 veggies. We've got onion, zucchini, mushroom. I'm just going to fry them up until they're completely cooked through, move them off into a plate, and then fry up some eggs. I'm happy with how those veg look. I'm going to pop them onto a plate and fry up eggs. Eggs are in, 2 for me, 3 for my husband, and we'll just let them cook until they're perfectly done. And the eggs are done, and yep, there's some little toast under there too. I'm totally having toast. And I like to sprinkle a bit of nutritional yeast on top of my veg just for some extra nutrition and some B vitamins and just some goodness. So that is my breakfast this morning. Keep watching for a whole week of easy vegetarian breakfast ideas. And today I'm making chocolate oatmeal for breakfast, and I'm starting with a cup of oats. I'm using porridge oats. You could use rolled oats if you like, whatever oats you want. And next we're going to add milk and water. Now I've made this in the past with all milk and all water, and it just really depends on the flavour and the creaminess you want, but I quite like it 50-50. So I've got a cup of milk and I'm going to pop a cup of water in too. And my cup of water going in. And next we'll add cocoa powder to make it nice and chocolatey. I'm going for 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder. And I should have said before, I'm making this for 2 for myself and my husband. If you want to make it just for 1, halve it. In the blog post in the recipe I've actually just written it for 1, but yep, I'm doing it for 2 now. We'll just mix the cocoa powder in. And now for sweetness, I love using maple syrup in this recipe. It just works so beautifully. So I am going to add in maple syrup. I will do a little bit now and then I'll add more once it's cooked because I like mine sweeter than my husband. So I'll do a good tablespoon of maple syrup to cook in the sweetness. Okay, now I'm going to pop it over heat. I'm going to pop it over medium heat and just cook it until it's nice and creamy and perfect chocolate oatmeal. It smells pretty incredible as it cooks, but it just keep mixing it and the chocolate will dissolve and the oats will cook, and cook it really until it's soft to your liking. You might like yours a little harder than I like mine, and then give it a taste and add some more sweetness if you'd like to taste. You can see the porridge is bubbling away nicely. I'm just going to give it a couple of minutes to cook and then move it into a bowl. Okay, my chocolate oatmeal is done. Look at it. It's beautiful and thick, and you can really just enjoy it with a bit of peanut butter mixed through if you want some peanut butter chocolate oatmeal, or you could have some banana. I've actually cooked it with banana in the past as well, and it makes just lovely banana. It goes nice and soft and just beautiful. Or add a bit more maple syrup, which I may do. Add a little drizzling of maple syrup, and that is today's breakfast. Lovely chocolate oatmeal. But as I mentioned before, down below there'll be the link to the blog post which will have the step-by-step instructions and all the volumes for making this chocolate oatmeal, as well as some variations too. But that is breakfast for today. Keep watching for more easy vegetarian breakfast ideas. And for breakfast this morning I'm making halloumi burgers. I had a little cube of halloumi over there, and I've cut off a couple of burger shaped patties which I'm going to fry up in a sec. And I've also got my brioche bun ready to go. So I've got a brioche bun, I've just lightly buttered it and I've popped some spinach on. So I'm going to cook my halloumi and pop it on top of the spinach and maybe cook up an egg too. So I've got my halloumi in the frying pan and I'm just going to cook it until it's golden on both sides. Keep a watch on it, and a bit more. I'm cooking in olive oil this morning, a bit of olive oil until it's golden on both sides, and once they're almost done. I'm going to fry up an egg to bring up together my breakfast burger. We've got one side nice and golden, we flipped it over, and I'm going to fry up an egg, so I've got a lovely eggy breakfast burger. Halloumi's almost done, eggs just taking a couple of minutes to cook, and then I'll build my burger. So I've got my 2 halloumi patties on my spinach and bun, and now the eggs will be ready to pop on and finish off my breakfast burger. And it's done. Look at that beautiful breakfast burger. I've just been loving having these for breakfast, and also when my family have meaty burgers, I'll often make this instead because it's just so perfect. And all I need to do is pop the lid on now, and I love the yolk. It's not just beautiful there, the yolk nice and runny, and it's just so perfect. So that is today's breakfast, this lovely halloumi breakfast burger. Keep watching for more easy vegetarian breakfast ideas. And this morning for breakfast, I feel like something quick and easy and light, and I'm going to make a breakfast parfait, which you can have in all kinds of different variations. I've got raspberries, chia seeds, and I've got this lovely yogurt over here too, and I'm going to layer it all up in a glass, as you'll see now. First, I've popped a couple of tablespoons of yogurt. I'm going to top it with a couple of tablespoons of raspberries, or a couple of handfuls of raspberries. And then we're going to pop a bit more yogurt on top and just layer it until we've got a lovely parfait all for breakfast. And I've popped another layer of yogurt on, and we'll just pop a couple more raspberries, and then you can really top it with anything you like, any nuts you want, seeds. You could top it with some granola if you like, really anything. You can have as many raspberries, as many berries, fruit, anything you like, but I'm just going to top mine with a sprinkling of chia seeds. Just like that. And that's a really simple, easy breakfast that you can just adapt depending what fruit is in season, what nuts and what granola, or anything that you like. So that is the breakfast for today. Keep watching for more easy vegetarian breakfast ideas. And for breakfast this morning, I'm making a cheese omelette. I've got some eggs. I am going to pop some cheese into it. I've got pecorino and grated mozzarella, and I'm also going to pop some nutrition yeast into it as well, so it's got some extra B12 and all kinds of good nutrition. So I'm going to get on, and I'm going to melt a bit of butter in a frying pan, whisk up some eggs with some milk, and get it cooking. So I'm going for 5 eggs, 2 for me, 3 for my husband. We'll just whisk it all together with some milk, and then we'll pop it on once the butter has melted. So the egg is in the frying pan, and I'll give it a minute or so to set, and then I like to move the inside out, the outside in, so it's fully cooked all areas, and then I'll fill it up with the cheese. There you go, it's setting nicely. And what I also like to do is kind of split the omelette in half to make it easy for myself, and then half's for me, half for my husband, and then I'll fill it up with the cheese, which you'll see next. So I filled each omelette with the cheese. We've got about a tablespoon of each cheese sprinkled in, and I'll give it another minute or so to set, and then I'll fold over the cheese into the omelette. Just like that. So I've got my 2 omelettes. I've got the omelette folded over, there's some cheese oozing out over there. I'm just going to give it a minute to cook on this side, flip it over, cook it on both sides, and then move them off onto plates. I like serving spinach with my omelette, so I'm just quickly sauteing it with a bit of olive oil and salt. That's just how I like to do it. Let it wilt, it won't even take a minute, and then I'll show you my finished plate. So that is my finished plate. I've got a couple of pieces of toast, lovely cheesy omelette with nutritional yeast in it, and some spinach too. I find it's just a lovely balanced meal and a great way to start the day that's vegetarian friendly. So keep watching for a few more easy vegetarian breakfast ideas. And my next breakfast is overnight oats, and it's actually the evening now. That's why the light's a bit weird in here. And I'm going to prepare this, and then for breakfast tomorrow morning I'll have lovely overnight oats ready to go. So we've got oats. You can use either all milk or all yogurt. I've got milk, and this is actually kefir over here, so I'm going to do 50-50 those. You can do, if you want it really smooth and creamy, you can just use all milk. If you want it really thick, then you can just use all yogurt or kefir, as I'm doing. And And I'm also going to add in a bit of chia seeds, which are on the corner there, and I've got a bit of sweetness with maple syrup, but it really depends on the type of yogurt that you're using. If you're using a really sweet yogurt, you might not need any additional sweetness. So I'm going to get on and mix it up. I'm going to do 2 bowls, one for me, one for my husband, and we'll mix it up. We're going to start with a half a cup each of oats. So I've got a half cup measure, and I'm really just going to measure half a cup as we go, measure everything up. Just moved you a bit there. There you go, half a cup of oats each, and now we'll do a half a cup of milk each. And then a half a cup of the kefir. I love the kefir. I've been just enjoying it in so many different ways, and overnight oats is just another way. So we'll just do a half a cup. It's quite thick. It's kind of a mix between yogurt and milk. So yep, another half a cup in that one. And you don't have to, but I just love chia seeds with everything. So I'm going to go a sprinkling of chia in each. Oh, I'd say about a tablespoon or so of chia into each one. And about a teaspoon or so of maple syrup, just for sweetness to get in there. You could also mix through some banana if you want. If you want some banana mixed through and it gets really sweet, whatever you like, but we'll just start with a teaspoon of maple syrup, and then I'm going to add more flavour later on. And just give it all a mix through. And this is great to prepare the night before, when you know you're going to need a nice healthy breakfast in the morning, but you're going to have no time. Make yourself an overnight oats, and you'll see, like magic, in the morning this is going to be nice and thick and wonderful. And in the morning I will come back to you and I'll show you how they look, and then I'll talk about toppings. So we'll get all the ingredients mixed through. So this is going to go into the fridge overnight, and then we'll have a lovely oat dish in the morning, which I will show you next. It's now the next morning, and my overnight oats have thickened up beautifully. Look at that. You could really just enjoy it like that, but I'm going to top it with some different fruity toppings. Now first, my husband loves the raspberry chia jam I shared the recipe for the other day, so he just wants a nice dollop of raspberry chia jam on it. You could also add a bit of fresh berries. You could have whatever you like, but he's just going to have it like that. Mix it through, and it's just a nice way to enjoy berries and a very full flavoured overnight oats. And for me, I want some banana and coconut. So I've just chopped up a banana. I'm going to fill it all around and then fill it in with coconut. So I've got my little banana circle over there, and I'm just going to top it with, I've got this coconut. It was actually in my shopping haul the other day from Tesco. I'm just going to pop a bit of coconut, because banana and coconut is just perfect to me. And that is the overnight oats breakfast that I've made with a berry and with banana and coconut, and I've got loads more ideas for ingredients you can include and toppings for your overnight oats, which I'll leave in the blog post down below, so check that out. So that is today's easy vegetarian breakfast, just one more to go. And I'm ending my week with a big veggie breakfast fry-up, perfect for a Sunday when you got a bit more time and you want a big breakfast. So I've got some vegan sausages over here. You can use any sausages you like. Just have a look. My supermarkets usually have sausages in the fridge and the freezer, which are vegan, vegetarian friendly. I found these ones in the freezer, Mediterranean sausages, so I'm going to give them a try today. We've got some baked beans for some extra protein, and a full veggie breakfast for me usually needs baked beans as well. We've got mushrooms and eggs, but there are so many different ways to do a veggie breakfast. I'll leave more ideas in the blog post down below, but you can use any veggies you like, any vegetarian friendly meat alternatives, even halloumi instead if you want. But this is what I am doing this morning. I'm going to get started by cooking up my sausages and mushrooms. So I've got my sausages and my mushrooms cooking in butter. You can use a butter alternative, oil, coconut oil, whatever you like instead. And I'm just going to keep an eye on them, add more butter and some salt along the way too. And when they're about halfway done, I'm going to start cooking up my baked beans. Sausages and mushrooms are coming along nicely, so I'm getting started heating up the baked beans. I'm happy with how the mushrooms and sausages have come along, and my beans are almost ready too, so I'm going to plate everything up. The mushrooms, beans and sausages are cooked, and now I'm frying up some eggs and it's getting pretty steamy. I will show you the completed plate next. And that is my completed breakfast. Yes, I've got a couple of pieces of toast under there, fried eggs, those lovely veggie sausages, mushrooms, and heaps of baked beans. So there is tons of protein on this, and I've been loving baked beans lately, and it's just a lovely way to end the week and a lovely Sunday breakfast. So that is the video with 7 easy vegetarian breakfast ideas. Remember to check down below for the link to the blog post, which has all the recipes for the lovely vegetarian breakfasts that I've shared today. And make sure to leave a comment, let me know what is your favorite veggie breakfast. I'm open to inspiration and want more and more ideas, and I will be sharing more inspiration in the future, so make sure you subscribe for more videos. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.